Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are getting back to the Cowboys, and we are going to start working on some guns. And I think we're going to start with a classic Colt Peacemaker. I feel like that's a good place to start. Haven't decided if he's going to have a rifle or anything, but we will find out as we continue to explore and develop his story. So, jumping right in. So that's where we left off. We've got some good wrinkle detail in there now. We're going to get some texture in there eventually, but for now, this is all good and glorious. Actually, we need one more. Line like that, I'm pretty sure. Actually, probably best just to do that as a separate mesh. Let's kill the belt for a minute. So reduce this just a smidge. Almost perfect, huh? Okay. Just want to make sure that this is relatively attached looking. Let's just jump into a separate visibility set here. Just pull these in. Yeah, actually, let's try a few things here. We're going to see if we can inset this. We're going to turn on standard. Because what I would like to do is get a bevel going in here. It just kind of works as an extra seam. Okay. Back to belts. And let's make us a peacemaker. So we're going to start with the barrel, inset this. Now I'm not going to take this all the way through. Yes, I am. You can always plug it later. Not that I'm actually going to be making a working gun, but I don't want to commit to something in there that's going to end up being different later. I need change for some reason. But what I don't need are these straps here. Okay. Then we start working on the main chassis here. We're going to have the ejector here. Which does not go all the way to the end. Actually, it stops a little before. We have a pin. It's about right there. This pin has got some very distinct markings on it, because this holds the cylinder. Looks like we have two. Set like that. Turn on live Boolean. I think we're going to go a little more than that. Touch long. It's more like that. And it goes all the way down here at the end. And then we can inset this a little bit. And bring this guy out. All right, now we need a spring in there. And this is getting into some really fine detail. But at the same time, it might just be the filler we need. So we don't judge it right now. I'm going to say we need 32. Okay. Then we're going to take thickness. 1507. We come down just a little bit more with the thickness. .089. Looks okay. And what we do is we make a poly mesh out of that and we bring it over to our gun. Okay, one spring. Now we can stretch this still, but what I want to see is just this and this. Because what we're going to do is we're going to not only make sure that this goes full length, but we want to make sure it's actually embedded in the rod, as well as its housing. Because to print this doesn't need to work, it just needs to be visible, right? Hey, Robo. How are you, sir? That should be pretty good, I think. Now we can actually do like we're going to take this guy and cheat a little bit. So we're just going to pull this guy in flat and this guy in flat because it's a space we can't even see. And then it still looks exactly the same. So then we can bring this down just a little bit. And this guy can move down just a little bit, give us some space there. So we can visually see that it's separate. The slippery side of the grass. I'm sure I got that one. Ah, gotcha. Well, I hope it's going well. Real well. Split. Let's throw actually another bib loop in here and split this again. It's better. Wait, 1, 2. That ain't gonna work. Cylinder by normals. There's 6. We're gonna double that to 12. quick take that way. We can then mirror that, then bring it back. Clip those all the way through. Dynamic. Normals, crease polygons. Shrink that down just a little. Just fighting with Fusion. This, honestly, what I'm doing right now probably would be significantly easier in Fusion. To be completely honest. But glut for punishment, I guess. All right. Now, we've got a few things to do here. We're going to throw this in a folder. Okay. Then I need a smaller cylinder. Goes like this, about there. Cuts in like this. No, that's not the right cylinder. We want this cylinder. And I used to know what all these terms are called, but for the life of me, I can't think of them right now. There we go. That's the part that actually rotates the cylinder. That'll make it. That'll make you. Words, Ryan. That will make you contemplate your life choices. Yes. Two, three, ooh, delete, delete, delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, I need to calculate 360 degrees divided by 6, 60 degrees, which I don't think I can get with my current snapping settings. So preferences, gizmo, no, transpose. Bring this to 12. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we can merge these all together. That's that part done. Cool. Now I need another cylinder. We are going to bevel the heck out of this. Merge down with you again. And split unmasked points. That way we copy the gizmo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop. 6. Okay, we can merge those together. Cut those out. They do feel a little flat on the end. So we're just going to grab this center point. And these line up to a little over. And I think I got these backwards. I sure did. Nice catch. These might be a little deep. But they're okay. As for this guy, I think we want a bevel. This edge here. Let's turn dynamic off for a second so I can see what I'm doing. And a slightly less or smaller bevel in the back crease. Okay, now for what? Mask this edge off here real quick and bring it out so we don't have that collision happening. Okay. Dynamic. There you go. These guys in here. Let's see, we could bevel this. We just beveled this side. I think we want to bevel this side. Okay. All right, this needs to go all the way back. And it's going to connect to the front of these guys, like so. Not too shabby so far. Oh, we lost our music. Well, let's throw this something shiny. I'm going to take this guy. We're going to duplicate that off, and we need a cylinder. This is quadrant sphere. A sphere, not a cylinder. We need a sphere. Then we take that to 50%. Okay. So then we can scale this up. It's really close to the same size, but it is so slightly bigger. Okay. Now, there is a piece that's going to be removed right here. And we'll get into that right now. We need a cylinder group. Pull this down here, pull that sphere down here. And this guy is going to cut out like that because we Boolean this together. We can do that right now. Turn on dynamic on it. Center that. And then rotate this 30 degrees. Holy cow, I did not like that. Crease polygroups. Yeah, we need more geometry there. Hold on. Let's crank that up to 4. Crank these up to 4. We'll crank these up to 4 too. Then Boolean with dynamic subdiv. Much cleaner. Okay. So when this guy rotates, it sits at 30 degrees. Nope. That is not where that's at. Excuse me. That is where that's supposed to go. This guy needs to be more in like that. Okay. And then this guy is in the wrong place. Why is this sticking through? Did we move it? We're going to just grab this guy here. We're going to go like this. Grab all of that. Not you. You. Did we merge those together? I think we did. You, solo, turn you off. You, split hit. There. Let's try this again. You, and you. Okay. And this needs to line up with that hole. Okay, now this doesn't get cut by that, so that's going to be like that. I'm going to throw this into a new folder real quick. Before I do that, this is a little strong. It's not strong enough. It's kind of like that. Maybe even a little more. This guy is actually a little on the big side. It is actually smaller. We're almost even. that there. This guy, well, he needs to go all the way through. Okay, this guy, I think we're just going to make another one of those. Yeah, we'll delete that for now. This guy, remerge that with the spring. So I do believe, oh, no, he is not in the right place. Okay, we are going to cut that out of there. Okay, so something's not cooking right. And if we take our barrel here, and we can infer from that that this guy could be just a little bit thicker. Which means this guy is a little bit thicker. Which means this guy is a little bit higher. It might be too thick. We'll work it out more as we go here. Just hang tight. This is going to connect all the way up here. Okay, which means this guy is, again, not in the right place. It is more like so. Now, what we can do is we can turn on dynamic thickness here. And start to split off this piece. Okay, so we're going to kind of work backwards here a little bit. What I want to do is we're going to turn dynamic off for a second, okay? Is I want to put this hinge into our cutter. It's always time for some Metallica. We're going to put this hinge into our cutter. Then cut our thumb groove here as well. So you can see I just dropped an edge loop in there because I can work in the negative over here. And we're going to grab these edges right here. Turn this off. And we can turn dynamic back on so we can see what we're doing. Actually, we're going to leave that. We're not going to change that. All I want to work on here is the hinge. Because that cutter is going to be a separate piece. Has to be. Okay. So we push him forward like so. And then turn dynamic off. Get rid of you and get rid of you. So for this hinge, all I want is an insert right here. You, oop, nope. You. I think we'll do it. Pull this down like so. Now, I couldn't tell you exactly what this piece here is going to look like. But we're just going to do one of those. It's obviously not going forward, so I'm not sure why I did that. It's only going to go back like so. Turn on group by normals, crease polygroups, dynamic, polyframe off, and it looks something like that. We can duplicate this. And then we're just going to come in here and do a quick save because I'm going to use the knife brush. And we're just going to snip off everything right there. Crease polygroups. Cut that out. Does not like that whatsoever. Don't need that extra piece down there, so we're just going to delete that. We are going to try a zero mesh. Keep groups. Half. Go. It's not bad. Dynamic, you turn the thickness back off, so we can cut that out. And crank it up, cut it all the way out. You know, we might just be able to get away with we do this separate. Do Boolean like so. And we have just this piece. We do a new folder. And then I can stop overworking my brain to figure out how to do it all at the same time. this guy, we can then split hidden, and you can come out of there, right? And then this, and send him up to the top of the rest. Close those folders. Then I can compare that with the reference on how deep that is. And we'll angle that to make sure we stay closed. There we go. Something like that. Excuse me for just a minute. I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Well, hello there. Welcome into our stream. We are making a cowboy, this guy right here. And right now we are making a revolver for him. So there is a little piece. Oh, no, I want to mirror that. I want to flip that. Oop, too much. That kind of closes this gap a little bit more, just like that. And then there is a gear in here as well. But that one might be a little harder for me to get to. Just throw a cylinder down. And we're just going to leave us a piece in there for that for now. It's going to be like that. Okay, then back to this piece that we were cutting. This can be booleaned. You commit that folder up there. Oh, did it not? We're going to delete that piece real quick and come back up to this guy because that's all kinds of crazy. We're going to polygroup that, uncrease all, crease polygroups. That's a little bit better, I guess. You know what? Turn that dynamic off. I'm just getting rid of this because it's kind of messing things up a little bit. Delete. And then we can get rid of these edges here. We don't need them anymore, which makes it super easy to just bridge this back. Okay, turn that dynamic out of UV coordinates. It's curious. Anyway, don't matter. Not doing anything with UVs anyway. Boolean that. Turn that off. That off. Boolean that. Bring that down here. Boolean that. That gives us this piece here. We don't need this guy. Oops. Yes, we do. You, give me that. Split hidden. That. Then we Boolean. Without solo. Okay, for now I'm just going to merge that down so I can take these two together. These back down here. Get rid of you. And voila. Split hidden. Hi, Roseanne. All right. I'm just going to take this guy here. We're going to flatten this a little bit more. That looks fine to me. Now we're not done with this piece yet, so we're going to take this guy back up here. Close up those folders. I'm going to throw that in another folder. Because this guy is going to get split down the middle. I think we can probably, no, we're just going to cut it like that. Just going to knife this guy off, like so. Okay, this guy actually stops way further up, about out there. It's also a little bit lower. That was almost bad. And that just doesn't look right. Because it's not. This guy, still not quite that long. And it ends about there. And this piece here is actually just significantly bigger. Yep, it's more like that. And this guy has cut in it right here. We're not using these, right? We are not. So we can come in here and just Q-mesh these out, crease by polygroups. I don't mind that curve. We're going to leave it. Happy accident. But on the bottom here, I'm going to take this and this. We're going to bring those down. Straight down. Need that crease, or that one, or that one. And this is actually rounded as well. In fact, we can even go something like this. Almost. That right there needs to stay back here. Whew, all right. We can adjust that more later when we get the hammer in. Which actually I'm going to start working on right now. So let's go cube, not dynamic. So this is a crazy funky shape. We're going to start by going long. Oop, do I have two in there? I think I do. Okay, and then we're going to take this section, we're going to Q mesh this down. Then we're going to do it again. And this guy is just going to come forward. And this one, it kind of goes like, I don't want that to snap though. Let's just do, see if we can take this way down here so it doesn't snap. It's going to snap anyway. It's all right. I may work with just this one. Okay, and this guy kind of goes like this, and we're going to rotate this 45, kind of get one of those. And then we're going to bring the whole thing smaller, like so. This guy just comes down more like this. Then we just need some curvature in here. That's pretty much it. We'll group by normals, crease that. This guy here, we're going to polygroup this whole section, uncrease, crease polygroups. Then when we dynamic, all should be good. We just need to mask that off. And everything else go like that. Oop, I apologize. This guy is actually back here, which means this can actually move forward a little bit. Okay. Oops, I want crease. I want to get rid of that crease right there. There we are. And this one up here. And then I think I want to bring these together. And just round this guy off a little bit. Something like that. Don't want this crease either. This one. That one's fine. Okay. So that's where the pin goes, and that's perfectly fine. The rest of this, though, just go up like this. Which kind of means that all of this. Hello, Sunny. Kind of sits like that. Okay. And I am seeing that this guy doesn't exist there. Nor does it really exist down here. See if we can tighten up this curvature a little bit more. And then our pin should go. Now this pin is going to be important. Why we have this crease, I don't know. Split that there. Excuse me, what am I doing? We're not doing that. We are just going to put a cylinder there. The normal crease, 90, like so. Put that right there, right there. Which then later gives us the easy ability to center on that. There we go. Okay. We are just moving right along. Now, do have one change here to make. This needs to come down. And this needs to come down. Just a little bit more like that. It's a little too much, but there we go. We're getting closer. All right, we're going to steal this guy. We're going to start working on this part down here. And like this is going to be significantly wider. Okay, and then this piece, we are going to merge with that piece, merge down, because I want to connect these guys. Now we don't need these extra edge loops, so we can get rid of those. Don't need that one either. Yes, we do, for now. And then we are going to bridge to polys you to you. You. Actually, let's do delete this and this. Delete those. We can do a bridge, 2 holes, something like that. Okay. And then we need to make sure that this guy is up here. Voila. We can control this slope with this simple edge, which is about like that, give or take. Don't need this guy or this guy right now. We can come here, rotate. About right there. There we go. Then we can do another piece. I'll grab a cylinder, home that to the middle, rotate it this way, and crank it up. And this guy connects out there, actually. Which will make this actually pretty easy. So we get that close like so. And I'm going to get rid of this edge. Take all of these and Q mesh it. Gone. Like so. And when we merge this down, we do not need these guys right now. Actually, it's fine. We can throw in 3 right there. We're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to delete these. Grab this guy. Oop. We need 2 edge loops. One right here and one right here. Okay. And we can delete these. Then we can do a bridge 2 holes. Just like that. Rid of that loop. Instead of messing with our cylinder, pull that guy nice and tight. We'll pull that guy nice and tight. And these guys we're going to just tighten in here just a little bit, just like that. We delete those. We can do a bridge from here to here. Oh, we're on two holes. We need edges. You and you to you to you. Okay. Then that one and that one. That leaves us a triangle up there. So we can do a insert. Just get it dead center like so. And bridge that and that. What we could do, just so that we're the same, we could just collapse these, not crease them, collapse them. Group by normals. No, I don't like this super small polygon in here. That's just a recipe for irritation later. I'd rather have this triangle. So we're going to merge that up. Do a group by normals. All right, now for this guy, I want that to match. So start with that one. Since we're not using this as they originally intended, we don't need those extra loops. Just complicate things. Nice. Nope, that's fine. We're leaving that the way it is. All right, so this guy, this pin, have that come all the way through like so. And we can actually put it in the right place. Good enough. Okay, we're going to pull this guy down. It's going to start scooping up behind the trigger. And we can uncrease this right here. Definitely don't need those creased. Okay, then the trigger guard will come off of this. But from here all the way to about, hang on, let's grab this guy, bring it up a little bit. Get all of these. We're going to leave that for now. I want this to be straight. All right, we're getting closer. All of this, we're just going to hue mesh inward. Sure, poly groups are set up the way we want. And I believe this piece is symmetrical, so let's make sure of it. Okay, then this, come back a little ways. I agree, Robo, and I really thought about shutting down the YouTube one and doing lives only on Twitch and then uploading to YouTube, but it's just better. But some people like Twitch. And it doesn't hurt nothing to have both. Okay. So let's get the trigger guard in there. We're going to come back to the handle in a minute because I want to make sure that I've got that angle and everything right in a second. So we do have this other pin that actually, come on, holds this guy in place. And we're just going to kind of steal this because it's more like a button that kind of slides back and forth. And if we do one of these, just like that. Okay. I'm going to make the trigger guard separate because it should be. We should have a piece that goes up like this. I'm just gonna kind of jam that up there for now. And we'll crease that. And we'll crease those. And those. Just like so. Because I'm pretty sure that the trigger guard is like a plate. So I'm going to steal this piece. And all I want is this piece. And this piece. And actually, I only want these two pieces. So that can go. Delete. And we're going to extrude those down just a little bit. Group by normals, crease poly groups, just to keep our shape. And then I am going to delete this and this. Then we are going to bridge two holes, U to U. Maybe it'll let me. U to U. And then if I move this around just right, it's really messing with my brain. Okay, this one to this one, up and down will give me subdivisions. Left and right will move it up and down. So we're just going to kind of find a good place for it that I can work with it. There we go. Then I can move these where they belong. which this guy should be like way up here. Make sure keep polygroups is on there because I may need that. That lines up about right there. Might be just a little low. There, that looks better. And this should be a good float, and it's currently not, so we need to move this guy back a little bit. And then same with this. Okay, shrink this down just ever so slightly. Make sure it's submerged so it stitches nicely in the final piece. There we are. So now we just need to do some crease smoothing. That and that. And we're doing too much. We want edges. Let's do it. Uncrease all, group by normal. There we go. Let's start with that. You, and you, and you, and you. Those guys, those guys. Okay, we can bring these guys out. There we go. Actually, I kind of almost want to just cut these off. Oops. Yeah, I think that's better. CGI warm-up. I am a all of the above artist. There isn't much difference to me. Character artists and hard surface artists, you're just looking at whether you have tight corners or rounded corners. But character is in everything. Even a pistol like this is going to have character in it. Nicks and scars and everything else. It's a very good question, though. But what I would focus on is your storytelling. Whatever you make, give it a history. There isn't too much that we're talking about historically here. We could get into the nitty-gritty of the history of guns, but it's not really a topic I would like to dive into on a stream like this. However, the history of cowboys is a different topic entirely, and their investment in sidearms and rifles and everything else bridges a different gap. But like the Golden Hind that we're working on our weekend streams, that has all kinds of history. That is Sir Francis Drake's ship. And it literally traveled the world, so it covers a whole ton of culture. It seems to me I don't need this or this. Nice. Yep, that's fine. But to further your question, though, you can hyper specialize. You could be simply an ear guy. You can be a nose guy. You can be a hair guy. But being able to do most of it is what gets you a job. hyper specialize on what you like to do the most. So like I was saying, it makes no difference to me if it's a prop, hard surface. I can work on cars. Doesn't matter. Dynamic. We're going to make that dynamic. We're not making that dynamic. Because that's going to mess up crazy. That didn't do too bad. It's fine for now. Okay, that's better. Now we need a trigger, and we can work on the handle. Just duplicate that off real quick. Then get a cube, turn dynamic off. It's not bad. We're just gonna shrink it down like this, and then start to taper it. Let's group by normals. Get rid of this excess stuff. Hit dynamic. Increase polygroups. Okay, this guy tends to be more like this. We do want an edge here, just to kind of round this sharp point off a little bit. So we can increase by polygroups, just like that. we are. One trigger. In your modeling, you can capture silhouette by struggling to create depths like cracks. Intend to make rock sword, but details look sketchy and it makes doubt yourself. Okay. Reference. Rocks, just like everything else, has character. There's different types of rock. What kind of rock is it? Is it volcanic rock? Is it rock from limestone? Bedrock? Is it made from the Blarney Stone? Like, pick your story. And then reference the rock. Because it has all kinds of different texture. And it cracks differently. There's those types of rocks that contain all of those marine life in it, right? Like, where's your sword from? Is it from space? Is it from an asteroid rock? What's the makeup of that rock? You got to think through the story. It doesn't seem like a rock would have a good story, but it does. It just took place over billions of years. And I always think back to the Time Machine. When he loses his fiance and he starts going down the chain of everything he's going to blame, which he knows is ridiculous, but he's talking to his friend about coming out of his depression. What was that? I think the Time Machine, the 2000 version, 2000 movie. You know, the whole journey of where the stone came from, all the way through the ring maker, all the way back to the guy that pulled the rock out of the ground, right? There's a whole journey that thing took place. 2002 is when the remake came out. QMesh polygroup all. We're going to pull these guys off so I can go like this. We can grab these. We can inverse inflate those. And then we are going to uncrease that piece. But we want the inside here, so we're going to do an auto group. Deselect the outsides. Crease those. Now I can split these off first, because they're very much going to be a different material. I think we're going to have to polygroup those as well. Yep. This guy and this guy, we want the same. There we go. And we're going to make this slightly smaller so we can see the metal behind it. These guys need to be polygrouped differently, because these guys are going to come up flat the back of this. Oh, didn't do it to both sides, so we're going to come in and mirror and weld. Solo this real quick. Get on the inside. And I just want to tighten these in. They can come out a little bit because we're going to have to taper it. Need local sim. Then we're going to pull these in row by row. And I'm just going to throw a bevel on here because it's too sharp for me. Okay, we need to... Nope. We're going to extrude this out. Increase all. Then this side all needs to merge together. This and this do the same, along with this one. Crease. There. I think that looks way nicer. I want just a little bit of that metal showing. Just a little bit. Not enough to cut your hand on. Okay. It's good enough. And right about there, do a split. Hold on. We are going to first remove that, add it back. There we go. And we split there. Push that in. For simplicity's sake, we are going to take a sphere. Nope. I want one sphere. And then we're going to extend this flatten it like that. If I can have both sides, please. Okay, and then we are going to mask off this edge, this edge. So we're going to do one at a time. Make sure it's good and straight. I don't want such an overflow on that guy, so we're going to come in here and do this again. Just like that. And a little bevel on this little guy right here. Make these too tight. And there we go. Oh, what did we do up here? Nope. All right. We're gonna play dirty then. Okay. Whatever was going on with that craziness, it's not fixed. Well, welcome, Chris from India. I don't like how that beveled. Okay. I believe we do want that curvature right there, but not that one. Nope. Bevel just doesn't want to work, so we're not doing that. So an alternate way to do a bevel because we want to soften that edge just a little bit there. So we can take this guy, we can extrude this guy down just a little bit. Then we can do a group by normals there. We know we already don't want that crease. So we can take get rid of all these other colors. Now I can pull these in just a little bit. Knock off that corner. Okay, what happened up here? This isn't right. This guy is coming forward a little bit. I do believe our barrel is just slightly too thick. Yeah, we should actually have a little bit of gap there because there should be a weld in there. So to get that, we're going to throw in a cube. Do not need that dynamic right now. Pull these together like so. Group by normals, crease polygroups. Make sure that did everything I wanted it to. It sure did not. Want that to be the same. That to be the same. Want those smooth. Uncrease. Oops. Uncrease all. Crease polygroups. Okay. Dynamic. Even shrink this way a little bit and reduce the curvature. There. We'll call that good. All right, now I do believe nearly everything is dynamic and very variable thicknesses. So in order for us to bring it over to our cowboy, we are going to have to apply everything. So we will keep, we're going to come through and apply anything that needs applied. Oh, actually, not yet. We want to keep those dynamic for this save file. Okay. Just in case, we have to come back and edit anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy tool, come to a new tool, paste tool. You're going to delete the old folders. apply all of our dynamics. Everything looks good. And then we can go through and merge it all together. And remember, we still have our old separate tool. Everything's still in pieces. Has all of our folders, but now we have a merged file to bring over to our gentleman. It's actually probably going to sit up there once we make the holster. But now that we have this piece, we can use this to map out our holster. So I'm not going to get too fancy with the leather work, at least not right now, because that's something we can do towards the very, very end. We don't want to work on those details until we are sure we're not making any further changes. Okay, so looks like we have a couple pieces here to make. First, we have this back piece, which is going to kind of silhouette and come to about here. Actually, let me bring this guy up here like so. That guy there, and we can start pulling these back to about there. Kind of soften this with a bevel. We definitely don't need these pieces right now, or these edge loops. And then we're going to have a piece that comes off the top here. Just like so. Oop. Those back ones in there. Then this is usually fastened with a button. But we don't want something that's going to scratch our gun here, so we're going to move that button up here. Some of them are stitched, and then you feed your belt through it, which is totally possible. There are some that are stitched to a belt, which is, I guess, kind of more of the direction we're going. How did I switch subtools so quickly? Up here in the top of your tool palette, you have Copy Tool. Then you select usually a star or something, and then Paste Tool. Okay, we're just going to tighten this up. So I think I know what I want to do here. These can actually be cinched in along with this guy. And this guy is going to come off just a little bit more. Okay, and then if we dynamic that, it's not terrible. Let's do a group by normals. It's going to crease the top there. We don't want that. We want that a nice smooth piece up there and under here. Okay, and excluding those can all be one piece. You do crease poly groups. There we go. Okay, this we want just a little bit wider. Then we're going to wrap the gun. I'm just going to move this back for a minute. To wrap the gun, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this. We don't need all this, so we can go delete hidden. Grab only this piece, delete hidden. And if we turn dynamic off for a minute, turn on double, we can bridge these guys here. Helps if I'm doing the right bridge. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask these edge loops. this one, this one, this one. We're going to extend them outward. Okay, this side we want to pinch, so I need one more edge loop in here. And just throw a little one like that. Then we can mask this again. Just like that. We're going to take this guy and we're going to inset. Not that back piece, that's going to be stitched together. Just this piece. About the thickness of our leather. Okay, and we're going to delete these. I'll show you why in just a second. So on the other end, we have the same thing. We need to inset this, then delete these, delete. And then bridge 2 holes from you up to you. You can get rid of that little edge loop. We don't need that. Or maybe we do. Actually, we don't even need to do this. We can just take this guy and this guy. Take that one. Real quick, we're going to grab this guy. I just want that. Do an auto group there real quick. I want this one, this one. Do a delete hidden. And we can do a dynamic with a thickness in the negative. We want that nice and round. This outside edge loop here, we can crease that. This guy, we want kind of curved this way, like so. Down here, we are going to cap this down, like so. Without using hotkey N. I don't use N. I don't know what. Oh. That's that little pop-up menu. No, I don't use that at all. I do everything in this palette over here. Everything in this tool palette. Subtools right here. I keep mine on about 12, which is good for my monitor size. Okay, so this is going to want to fasten to this. Okay. We're going to kind of center that there like so. which means this we're just going to kind of pull in a little bit. And let's see if we can just angle this smidge and close that up so we can match that. All right, so we've got a strap, and a cylinder. You can also, I guess what I do more is I hold Alt, and then you tap on your subtool. But that gets complicated if you have a lot of subtools and a lot of folders, and you get hit collisions and that kind of thing. So that's one way I tap through them. But we do not need all of these guys. And I'm going to pull these in just a little bit. Solo this and smooth this out. We can use the move infinite to kind of pull this in a little tighter as well. Pull that back out. Nice thickness for our leather strap here. We can group by normals. We can inset this polygroup here, as well as this one. If we're lucky, Q mesh those together. Nope. So we're going to delete polygroups. And bridge two holes. That can be dynamic. Gonna need a cylinder here. Actually, we want the quadded cylinder, but we are still going to delete all of our edges here. Group by normals. We are going to extend this and add some edge loops in here. Turn dynamic off, turn double on so I can close this up. Just don't need to be so far apart. Bridge edges, 1, 2. Go. And then we're going to use this guy right here. Move it infinite. Pull this out just a little bit. Just make sure that that's submerged. And we can throw a button on it. Doubles off there as well. Turn all that off. Okay. So let's merge that together. Oop. To split that off and apply that thickness back. Actually, I want to pull this up more. I do want to cover the trigger guard. But just a little bit. What we did is too much. A little more geometry to hold that curvature. And make sure we do it on both sides here because they are not connected. There we go. Tuck it in nice and tight. Okay, this guy can actually be extended quite a bit. About to there. You get applied. All of that gets merged together. We can even merge our gun in. Let's take that over to our fella here. Delete the old gun. Append gun with the holster. That'll sit on his hip just like that. We can come in here and then take our holster off of the gun so that they're sitting separate. So we're gonna paint up our gun real quick. This guy we need to split off. There we go. Super happy with these wrists still. But we're not working on that today. Okay. It's a very small detail for a lot of time. But when we go to print this, that gun will be separate. We'll be able to pull the hammer back. So however we pose this guy up, be able to do all kinds of different things. And we will get that stitching in there as well. There we go. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. We can come in here and grab all of our work here. Let's throw on some color on our handle here real quick. Shift S. Oop, that didn't go right. Let's grab this layer, clear that, swing back over to our pistol here. Do a Shift S there. Come to our next layer, grab our cowboy. Kind of showcase what we did. There we have it. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in, hanging out with me while we put together our Colt. There's still lots more we can do with it. We can do all kinds of etching. We can cut in some wood grain, but it's a perfect base model for all kinds of uses. We got a holster done, minus the stitching. It's quite a bit. So thank you all for tuning in. Come hang out with us in the Discord. We'll have a link up on the screen in a minute. And scan that QR code and come join us. Remember, we have our Friday Hangouts where we do a little 3-hour art challenge in the Discord. And then on Tuesdays, we hang out and listen to old radio stories to kind of embody some extra storytelling mediums. And be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't. If you want to keep up, I'm going to be doing these every day for a while. So hang tight. We got a lot more coming. And I will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.